Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to trim a video in Expo React Native for iOS. So let's get started. Alright, so the next thing is we will have to create an Expo React Native project. So you can go to this particular URL to choose a template of your own choice. I will be using this blank TypeScript template because it creates very minimum boilerplate code. Also it uses TypeScript. So what I will do is that I will just copy this particular command, but you can change the template to whatever you feel like. So I'll just copy this particular command. Then inside your terminal, just go to your workspace directory and just paste this particular command. It will ask me for my app name. I will just give it some generic app name. Let's just wait. So I will just give it as my app. Okay. Once this is done, it will create a project for us and it will do all the npm installation for us. So what I will do is that I will just open my app. So I'll just copy this. So this is the project which we have created, so I'll just open it inside VS Code. Alright, so this is open. Next, if you see inside our project, there is no Android and iOS folder. So we need to create those folders because we will be writing some native code, right? So that's why we need to create those folders. Also one more thing which I want to inform you guys is we'll have to create a separate native module as well. Even though we have created those Android and iOS folder, we won't be writing some code inside it. We will be writing our code inside a separate native module. So firstly you will have to go to this particular URL and I'll paste it over here. Okay, then the next step is to generate the iOS folder. So for that we have to come to this URL. Then we just select this iOS device which we have. Then here I select development build, and here I disable ES as well. I have already installed Xcode as well as Xcode command line tools. Then I have already updated installed Homebrew, installed Watchman. Then we have to run this particular command. So I'll just copy this, and after that I will just cd to my app. So I'll just do this, then I'll just paste this command. So this will take little bit of time, so be patient. Once it will just do npm install some dependency, then we have to just copy this particular command. So this will actually create the iOS folder for us. So this command has finished, so I can just paste something like this. Previously this particular command used to ask me for my Apple bundle identifier to type it out, but now they are giving some anonymous bundle identifier, which I am not really a huge fan of. But anyways, again, this is just a development project, so I'm not really bothered about this bundle identifier. But if you want, you should change it if it is a production app later on through Xcode. Now this CocoaPod installation will take little bit of time, so be patient. Right now, once the CocoaPod installation is done, it is asking me to run it on my device. I won't run it now, so I'll just press Ctrl C. Okay, so the next step which we have to do is we just have to copy this URL and open it inside a browser. So I have already opened it. If you want, you can go through this documentation. I'm not going through it. I will just show you what steps we need to run. So firstly, you can just copy this particular command and paste it over here. Once you have just paste your command inside your app, it will ask you some questions. So I will just enter and enter. I'm not changing anything. So again, this will take little bit of time, and if you see over here, it has created the modules folder for us. So the next step is, so here I have created one sample project from which I will be copying a bit of code. So don't get confused, the name of the sample project is second. So I will just open the app.tsx from my sample project. Then I will just copy everything from that and I'll just paste it over here. So I will just copy this. I will go to app.tsx over here and I'll just paste it something like this. Okay, but firstly, before I show you my app.tsx code, we have to install few dependencies. So first you can open this image picker dependency which I have. So I will just open it over here. Then we also require this React Native video dependency. So for that I have opened this to documentation. So this Expo image picker dependency, because we need to pick videos from the user's device, right? So we will have a button, the user will click on it, it will ask the user for pick his or her device, and then we will transform that video, save the video to external storage, and then play that transform video inside our app. So to pick videos, we will make use of this Expo image picker library. Okay, so the next step which we have to do is we just have to run this particular command. So I'll just copy this, I will go to my app. I'm already inside my app in my terminal, and I'll just run this particular command, so it will install that dependency for us. And we also need to add this plugins folder which you see. So I'll just copy this, and I will go to app.json over here, and here you can see this is my Expo, right? So I will just add a comma after this, and I'll just paste it. And we require access to videos. You can change this message to whatever you feel like. I'll just use something like this. Okay, so once this is done, we'll have to install this React Native video library. There is Expo video library as well, which has just released. If you want, you can use it. I'm more comfortable with React Native video, but any dependency is fine. To install this, we can just copy this, and I'll paste it over here again. Now for so once this is done, okay, so this is done as well. Now for iOS, what we have to do is we have to open this particular drop down and just scroll down, and okay, you just click on this Expo plugin, and we have to add this particular bit of code. So I'll just copy this, and I'll paste it over here. Oh sorry, I didn't copy it properly, so I'll just copy this. We already have this plugins one, so we don't need that, and I'll paste it over here, and I'll just remove this as well as this. So yeah, that's it for iOS. Okay, the next step which we have to do for iOS is we also need to do pod installation. So I'll just copy this particular command. I'm inside my app again, I'm not inside my iOS directory, and I'll just paste this. We have to do pod installation because we firstly have created this native module of modules, and we also install this inside our package.json. We install this, right, image picker as well as this React Native video. That's why we again have to do pod installation. So let it finish. Once that is finished, I'll come back. Right now let me explain you my app.tsx. So basically here I am importing text, touchable, opacity as well as view. Here I have imported Expo image picker as well. Here is our use effect and use state from React. I'm also importing React Native video, and this is the module which we had created. That's what I'm importing as well. I have created one use state. So once we click on a button, it will open the video picker for us. We will select a video, we'll send that video URI to the transform method which we will be writing soon, and that transform method we will give the updated URI for which the audio it will give the updated URI for which of the transformed video. Okay, that we will be saving it inside the set video URI. So ignore this use effect for now. I'll just show you the view code. So here is our button. On click of it, we are opening the Photos app with all the videos inside it. Once the user selects a video, we get the URI out of it, and we just pass this to our transform video method. Now we need to define this method. So for that, you will have to go to my module src my module.ts, and here you have to define this as a transform video method which takes a URL as well as a string, and it returns promise void. Now once it has finished, the output will come over here inside use effect. So we are listening for this output. Now this on change listener is already added once you create a Expo module. So if you want to see, you can go over here. Here you can see it has we don't need this, sorry. Here you can see this has already created this change event payload, and here is our my module events. Okay, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Okay, so here once we get the data from our transform video method, so this one we will get the video URI over here, and I'm just assigning it to our set video URI method use state. Okay, then once this is not equal to empty, then only I'm displaying our video component and playing our video. All right, next we have to write the actual implementation for our transform video. Inside iOS, we'll have to go to my module.swift file. Okay, there is one more thing which we need to do first. Go to the main iOS folder, go to my app, and here inside info.plist you will have to add this particular permission as well. So I will just add this. So we need this permission because once the video has been transformed, then we need to I want that video to be saved to the Photos app as well. That's why we require this particular permission. So yeah, you can just copy paste this permission as well inside info.plist. Okay, so the next thing which I have done is that I just open my module.swift file, and here I have imported photos. Then I have just created this final URL just so that I can send it. I'm not sure whether I'm using this final URL or not. Yeah, I'm using it. So this is just for internal purposes, which I will show you later on. So I've just created this final URL. Then inside this module definition, you can see that this is boilerplate code which is present by default. Then I will just scroll down, and here you can see after this particular view ends, I have created our method called transform video, which takes this URL of the video, picked video from React Native side, and then we just convert it to a proper URL. Then I'm using this task so that I can use async await. Then here I have created this method called transform video, which I will show you later on. I've created at the bottom, which will help us to trim the video, and it again takes a video URL as well. Once we have the trimmed video URL over here, I'm just checking whether we have the Photos app permission or not over here. So if we have it, then I'm just saving that file to this Photos app, and then I'm sending the URL back to React Native side. Now do notice that this particular URL is not the URL of the trimmed video which is saved on the Photos app. If you want, do let me know in the comments and I'll make a video about that. But the reason I'm not doing it is because it's very complicated and it will defeat the purpose of this tutorial. I want to keep things simple. So once it is saved, I'm just sending this particular URL which we stored temporarily in internal storage of the app, and I'm sending it back to React Native side. In case if there is error, I'm just printing it to the console, but if you want, you can send error message back as well. Yeah, this is again boilerplate stuff. Then this is a method just to check whether we have the proper permission to the Photos app or not. So that's what I'm doing over here. Then coming back to the transform video, it takes a video URL. Then we get hold of our file manager, we create an AV URL asset, then we create AV mutable composition as well. Then we create this video composition track. So this is how you create the video composition track over here. Make sure you use the same thing. This is like a constant present inside iOS. This is not invented by me. Similarly for audio composition also I do the same thing. We get the audio track as well. Then we can get the load tracks from our video composition track as well as audio composition track. So that's what I'm doing it over here as well as over here. Then we get the accumulated time. Now I have hard coded the start time and the end time, but so here you can see so suppose a video is 30-second long. I want to trim it from 10 seconds, starting at 10 seconds and ending at 20 seconds. So I have hard coded this just for simplicity sake, but you can send this value from React Native side as well. Just I'm sending this particular URL over here from React Native side of the picked video. You can send this two values as well from React Native side. So this is the starting point from where I want to trim. This is the ending point from where I want to stop the trimming. Then we just get the duration of the current slice, then time range for the current slice, and then just insert the time range for video composition, then same for audio composition as well. And then we just do CM time add, and then we create an export path, export the URL. If the file already exists at that point, remove that existing file, and then we just do AV asset export session, export our file. This is the file type, change it to whatever you feel like. Should optimize for network use is true, and then here we just export it, and this is the final variable, final URL value which I'm assigning it and returning it back, which comes over here. So yeah, that's it on the code side. So I'll simply scroll through this file again. In case if you have missed it, feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy paste all the code. So yeah, that's it. Now I'll show you. Alright, so here is the output. I'll just click on pick video. Here you can see I have a 15-second long video, but if you remember we were trimming it from 10 second to 20 second, so our output video will be only 5 second long. Okay, again I am choosing a smaller video just so that our output is done quickly. So here you can see it is only 5 second long. So if I just click on this, okay, so 2 second plus this 3 second, which is 5 second. And if I click on pick video again, here you can see the 5 second video is also stored to the Photos app. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.